Don't push yourself physically and mentally when you know what you need. Guys, I've made it to Germany. I am currently at my brother's house and I feel great. Well, I'm hungry and I was dealing with some stuff earlier, which I of course will tell you guys a lot about. But how are you guys doing? That's good. That's good. You know what I always say? Even if you went through the good, even if you went through the bad, you still went through something that you could learn from, you know? You can learn from everything. Sorry if I'm being a little quiet. I don't know if my brother's grandmother sleeps in this room right here, but they're very nice. They're very nice people. Yeah. I had to ask my brother if he could get me some food. I'm fucking starving, y'all. And okay, so listen. Um, y'all, I've been traveling for a long fucking time. So basically, my flight was delayed by 40 minutes because it wasn't here. Literally was not here. And the cleaning crew had to clean it, but I ended up leaving around 6 to 7 p.m., right? I ended up leaving around 6 to 7 p.m. and the where I was usually supposed to sit, I went there. I went to my seat and this woman was like, "Hey, my husband really wants to sit and or my husband and I really want to sit next to each other. Do you mind moving?" And I was like, "Yeah, no. If I had a husband, which I don't really want, I would want to sit next to him, you know." And I moved. I ended up moving from the 2 aisle seats to the 4 row seats and I was in the middle. I don't do that. I don't do that for a multitude of reasons because I like being able to get up whenever I need to, and I don't like when people are on both my sides. I should have just asked, but it's also like it's a good deed. It is a good deed. Um Hey, he's getting me some McDonald's. Um I woke up because I'm hungry and because I'm a tad bit hot. Y'all, this Germany has no AC thing will always kill me in the summer. It is hot as a fucking mug and these people are out here wearing fucking jeans. That's that's what I realized about Germany. Everybody is an NP fucking C. Literally just NPC, bro. And then you get stares for like wearing stuff that you actually want to wear, like crop tops. Like wearing a crop top is like criminal. Like you'll get stares. I'm breaking out on my back, y'all. Holy shit. Y'all see that? But back to my story. I'm on the plane. I move seats. I get sat in between this big guy, and I'm not being rude. He's just a big guy. And then this other guy that's like sitting in the row away from his family. But he's still next to his family. Y'all, that big guy took up all of my space. I think this had to be one of the worst flights I have ever been on for this reason. Like, I've sat next to bigger people before, but I dead ass just it was just wow. Like, holy shit, y'all. Holy shit. So that whole flight, I was uncomfortable. I've never been so uncomfortable on a flight. Literally never been so uncomfortable on a flight before. Like, you know how people, like, I feel like I would never expected this, but this shit actually happens. People taking up your armrest. He was like, and I feel bad, but it's just how I feel, but like, he was just that big where he was taking up literally the armrest on his right, and the armrest on his left. And then when he went to sleep, his head would fall like this. And I turn around and I'm like, what's going on right now? literally what's going on. But holy crap, y'all. My leg feels so backed up from like all the sitting and walking that I've done today on 45 minutes of sleep. Y'all, that's what I was about to get into. I only got 45 minutes of sleep on that plane. I started crying because of how much my back hurt. Literally crying. Guys, I'm gaining followers and I love it so much. I don't notice, or like YouTube doesn't notify me, so I'm just checking, but like, hi guys, how y'all doing? I hope y'all are doing great because I'm doing amazing. It is basically 2 a.m. in Germany right now, which is basically what time is that in America? That is 7:44, 8 p.m. basically in America. So never too late to post this video, but I got 45 minutes of sleep. 45 minutes of sleep. And the 45 minutes of sleep that I took, I missed breakfast. And I had to ask them to get me breakfast. And then they didn't take my tray away until like a long time later. And I was like, because when they were doing cleanup, I was still eating. But Delta and their nasty ass egg cheese calzone, that shit is nasty. But the bread is good. The bread is good, y'all. The bread is good. I get off my flight. I was in Frankfurt, right? And I'm like, all right, let me go get my bag. Y'all, my Delta app wasn't telling me where my bag was. And I was just like, what the fuck is going on right now? And I'm walking around the bag claim. And I'm like, where's my shit? Mind y'all, my backpack is heavy as fuck. I have 2 computers and 4 books in my backpack. Literally, what the fuck was I thinking? What was I thinking? And you know, I'm already on 45 minutes of sleep. So I feel like when I first, and like I'm also still in American time. So by the time that I got there, it was like the middle of the night in America. But my body was doing this weird thing where it was like, okay, it's light outside, so I'm gonna give you just like a couple, like 2 hours, 3 hours of energy. Well, kind of. So I ended up like, dang y'all, I realized that I'm not as like, I'm not as like sparky, I guess, cause like I'm fucking hungry, y'all. I've only had one thing to eat. I'm doing so bad with my eating. I just don't know what's happening. I feel like my whole body is falling apart, you guys. Literally, maybe that will be the theme of today, like the physical theme of today, because you gotta take care of yourself. I don't know why I didn't just stop and get some food. Like, I really don't know why I didn't stop and get some food. Y'all, I wonder if he stopped yet. I want a refresher. I don't know if they have that though. Who the fuck is Tim? Y'all, I downloaded Snapchat again because I just want to like record more and take more pictures. But basically, to sum it up, y'all, I ended up going from Frankfurt to Dortmund, and that took me like 3 hours. And then I got lost, not lost, but I had to like my phone Wi-Fi just stopped working. And I don't think this has ever happened before because usually T-Mobile will connect me to like a plan that helps me like have the internet in some way, but my internet stopped working. So my like it's called a DB navigator, and it connects you to like trains and buses and like, you know, ways that you could get to your destination. It stopped working, and I had missed the second train that I took had overlapped, and I missed my bus. And you know, I was like, wait, I don't know where I'm going. Like, I don't know where I'm going. But then I'm like looking around. Because I've been to Germany, y'all, so many times, and I've taken the train so many times. And like, I'm like on the phone with my mom because somehow the phone from America was going through, even though my grandmother gets charged 50 cents an hour. I mean, 50 cents per minute for a phone call. We were just trying to figure it out, right? But I'm not gonna lie, one thing about my mom is that she does not make situations better. She just makes them worse. But like she's trying to help, but she's not. Like I was like I had to hang up because I'm like, Ma, I'm gonna figure this out, and I did figure it out, right? I get to my dad's place, right? I say hello to all my family members, and he's like, let's go out for ice cream. This is when the tiredness really starts to hit me, y'all. And I'm like, yeah, let's go out for ice cream because I need to fix my sleep schedule to that's why I'm up right now. Cause for me this was a nap. My body thinks it was a nap. Fuck y'all. I guess either way I'm still gonna have to I should have just went to sleep. I always do this. Like I always do this thing where it's like, no, I'm gonna push myself so that my body could adjust to this, but my body just needs to sleep. I do this a lot. Like, even in America, when my sleep schedule's messed up, I'll be like, I'll pull an all nighter so that my sleep schedule could be fixed. It's not okay. I feel like that's one of the themes today because I do have something else to talk about. But if your body is tired and you're tired or you're hungry or your body needs anything, just take care of your body. Take care of your body. I downloaded Substacks today, and I saw this post that was like things in life are like rubber. Some things in life are like rubber and some things in life are like glass. There are things that will bounce back like rubber, which could be work and other stuff like that. But the things that you can't or but there are things like glass, like your partner, your family, and your health. The second that it falls, it breaks. And so it's like that really stuck with me, I forgot. I don't know why I had deleted Substack. It's so fun. It's so fun to like just scroll and read. I was reading so many stories that will really stay with me today. Like I read this story about how I'm such an emotional person, I might start crying. I read this story about how a um an older brother had a little brother that had worked at a grocery store for 16 years as a bag shopper. And this little brother, he had Down syndrome, and they the old manager had always made sure that he had hours and that he was this and that, and he had made friends with all the regulars and would like really help the regulars, and the regulars loved him. But a new manager came and stopped giving him hours basically because he was too slow. And then I remember in the story, the older brother was like, my brother came home and was like, what did I do? And it was like, I have moments like that where it's like my siblings will come to me and they'll be like, I don't understand. Like, moments like that actually suck. Like, and he was like, every single time I think about it, I start crying. And I have moments like this too, where it's like, I just think about things that my siblings have said to me, and I'm like, dang, like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, that shit is, I'm sorry. But, then it turned out that the regulars had signed a petition. Over 900 people had signed it to get him to have more hours, and I just think that that is so kind. Like I think I'm gonna start, or no, I'm not. But like the end of the quote or the end of the paragraph, like I can't even remember what the exact quote was, but it was like, being kind isn't something extraordinary. It's just making sure that people are okay or something like that. And I guess like that just or like looking out for other people, and that really resonated. But back to my story. So I get to, I'm like, okay, yeah, let's go get some ice cream. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, my dad all the, and this is what I always talk about. Like my dad, he just wants what he wants. Like he has control issues, and he treats my siblings so horribly. He treats the oldest in their household like she's like the second mom and gets mad at him, and she gets mad, and he gets mad at her for doing like simple stuff, or like not watching. Oh my gosh, this pimple is like really killing me. Or for like not doing something right, or doing something wrong, or not doing something at all. Like I'm just like, yo, chill out on her, you know? Like it really just makes me think like when I'm rich, like I'll be sending her money first. But y'all have got to know, like, I don't have a good run with like my stepdad or my actual father. Like, they're both low key, high key, shitty guys. But my stepfather just provides for me a lot more than um my biological dad. But my biological dad is like, oh, we're not. Let's not take the train. Let's walk, because the train is gonna take us literally like, y'all, not even, it's not even like it was a far walk, but say this is, we're gonna call it it's the Tia Galerie, and he's like, the train's gonna take us right here, but right here, this is not that far. This walk to get to the Tia Galerie after you take the train, it's not far, you know. He made us walk 20 minutes. Y'all, my body was exhausted, and he knew I was tired. And I told him, I said, if I stay, I know I want to stay up, but if I stay in this apartment, I'm going to fall asleep, you know? And he was like, okay, we're gonna go out. My body's exhausted, and mind you, I'm wearing pants. Hot ass fucking pants, y'all. I'm sweating down my back. And we get there, and I'm like, I don't even want ice cream, bro. I don't even want ice cream, bro. I want sleep. Then I'm thinking, oh, we're gonna take the train back. No, we walk back again. This is 40 minutes of walking for like 20 minutes to sit down. And I appreciate my father for his efforts, and I know that he wants to see me, but that shit pissed me off. Because it's just a matter of not taking into account how I feel, like mentally and physically, but especially physically, you know? Like, bro, like I told you, I got 45 minutes of sleep, and I've barely had anything to eat today. Like, I've basically been eating fucking water, y'all. What the fuck? And like, he just, he just doesn't think about stuff like that. Like, my stepdad would think about stuff like that, I'm not gonna lie. But I think my father, he's, you know, like African men, y'all. Like, this is a whole topic. Like, if you've watched my feminism videos, which you need to, you'll understand that I feel like I see a lot of things that not many see. And the sexism that goes on in his household because of traditional views is absolutely crazy. And it just makes me think like Germany is so far ahead with government and taking care of citizens, but the citizens are so well taken care of to the point where they don't have to think about things like that. But I also want to say that because of the feminism video that I did yesterday, I just have to think maybe that's just the way that I see it. Like, I'm not fluent in German, and I only come here, once or twice a year. I don't know much about the politics here, so, I mean, I'm probably wrong on that end, but it is just my opinion. I really want to pop this pimple, but I can't get it right now. But, I don't know why I'm breaking out on my back, y'all. I've never broken out on my back like this before. Actually, I think it's because of my lotion. Yeah, no, y'all can't see. Why does my back, y'all, I'm going to the gym and like seeing the results. Like, there's a line starting to come down my stomach, and I'm like, yes, 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 yes. Finally. But we get back to his apartment, y'all. I'm irritated. I am pissed to the max, y'all. Like, I literally like don't think, like, I can't stand that shit. Like, you know, I was tired and you had us walking that much. Then we get back, y'all. And listen, I never judge anybody for their, like, living situation. But this is also my family. And I also, like, I just can't, like, it's like, wait, 5 people in a small fucking apartment. And like I said earlier in the video, there's no AC, bro. We come back in, bro. It's literally like 3 degrees colder than what it was when we were outside, and that's not a lot, bro. I get inside, I'm like, yo, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this. I don't think I'm gonna be able to stay with my dad these first couple of nights. Like, and the thing is, like, he wants to spend time with me, but it literally just feels like I'm with my family at home all over again. Like, bro. But the thing is, I actually have people that I can hang out with in Germany, like my brother and his friend, and then 2 of my friends. Like, I want to be with people my age. And this is what's funny, y'all. I've always struggled with saying no to male authority figures because I grew up with not being able to say no to my stepfather. And, like, I told my brother, and he was like, "What do you mean you can't tell him that you want to leave? You're Audrey." And that really changed like how I viewed, like, he was like, "You're Audrey." And then he sent a voice message. He was like, maybe that's where we differ. And we don't differ in a lot of things, but ever since I was 13, I'll tell people what I want to tell when I want to tell them. And I'm like, yeah, I've never been like that. I've always been the type of person to, like, suffer in silence, you know? And I guess I went and I told him, and I feel like that's the first time I've ever really done something like that, where I've gone against that feeling that, like, that male authority figure is going to, like, get mad at me and this and that. But even if they do get mad at me, like, so what? So fucking what? Literally, so what? But I just I ended up I called my Uber and I got the hell out of there. That's what I did. That's literally what I did. Like, I just, y'all, like, I'm sorry, y'all. I hate putting my family on the spot, but their rug smells like feet. Like, I can't. I just can't. I can't. I literally can't. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I love my dad so much, but he's gotten himself into so much shit. Like, y'all, I have basically 7 fucking children. I mean, 7 fucking siblings. 6, 7 fucking siblings on his side. He has like 5 different baby mamas, bro. This is what I mean by traditional. And I hope that gives you, like, a sense of, like, what, how my dad's side is. Like, he's been with the same woman for the past 3 years, which is really great. But I just, like, y'all, I just, I'm starting to see my father for who he truly is and not for the person that he pretends to be when I'm there. And, like, he's a pretty shitty guy, and my brother hates him. Like, yeah, like, I don't know. My knee's itching, but I called my Uber to my brother's house. The Ubers here, it was cheap, y'all. $23 for 32 minutes. Usually in Atlanta, it's like 35 for 30 minutes, you know? Like, it's fucking expensive. But y'all, I was in that Uber. I kept falling asleep, and I don't trust that. Like, I'm falling asleep and waking back up, like, cuz I'm like, yo, like, I was so tired, y'all. And then I got to my brother's place, said my hellos to his family, and then he was like, "We're gonna go out." And I did genuinely want to go out. But then he was like, "I gotta take a shower. It's gonna take me a while." He took a shower and I ended up falling asleep. And then he came out Or no. I woke up to him just staring. Like, he was like just standing, like smiling. And I was like, I fell asleep. And he was like, yeah, you fell asleep. And I was like, he was like, if you don't want to go out, we don't have to go out. And I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna go out because I'm really fucking tired. And I could feel it in my brain. I can feel it in my brain, y'all. He was like, but I told him, I was like, I think that you should still go out because you told me that you wanted to do something. So please don't think that I'm like stopping you or anything. And he was like, okay. He ended up going out and he's still out like right now, which is why I asked him to get me some food. But like y'all, today was a lot. Today was a lot. And when you push yourself and you push yourself, yeah, that's the theme for today. The theme or the question or theme for today is don't push yourself physically and mentally when you know what you need. And mentally, I knew I didn't need to be at my dad's house. I needed to be at my brother's house so that I could have my own space. And two, I knew that I needed to get some sleep, but I was still pushing myself. Don't push yourself. Literally just don't do it because but I feel like but you could push yourself in certain ways and I think that it's good like with sports and like with work at some point, but when you hit your capacity, understand that. Literally understand that because it takes away so much to do all this stuff and you're running on zero. Like just don't do it. Don't do it. Literally don't do it. Like don't do it. Literally don't do it. Um I low-key gotta wash my face. And when I don't wash my face, my septum, if you have a septum, you know this. My septum starts to smell. And like it's not a bad smell, it's just a smell. And like it's smelling under my nose. It's like one of those like smells where it's like it doesn't smell good, but it's one of those it's like gas. Like you like the smell of it, but it doesn't make my head hurt after a while, but it's like I like the smell of it, but it's not a good smell. It's just a type of smell. But yeah, like don't push yourself. Literally don't push yourself. Like when you know you're at your limit, know that you're at your limit and respect that. Literally. Because I was so fucking tired, y'all. Mentally and physically and emotionally. Well, not emotionally, but kind of, because dealing with my dad's side of my family is a lot. But like, just know, just know where to stop, y'all. Just know where to stop. Like, literally, I just don't know. And I would end off with a question, but y'all, like, it may just have to be that because or I could ask my question because I do want to be consistent. Like, when have you? What's an area in your life that you push yourself in where you know you need to take a break in, but you don't take a break in? And y'all know that I'm a big person on just noticing stuff, so just notice it. Just notice it. And ask yourself, how does that affect me? And how does that affect how I deal with my life? You know? Like, just notice. Because at some point, you're going to keep on noticing and noticing and noticing, and you're going to want to do something about it, you know? But, y'all, my back is actually breaking out so bad. I have never dealt with, like, back knee like this. But, dang, I'm, like, recording. One, because I woke up really wanting to, and two, because I want this time to be over so that I can eat my food. But y'all, I feel so bad. I feel like I barely got any scholarships, and now my mom is having to pay for my school. and I feel really bad. Like, I know that I still have a chance to get scholarships and whatnot, but I'm just like, dang, like, I know, like, that my school affects, like, what's going on at home, and it's just like, I don't, I feel like I just need to, like, do something in a way, like, I just feel bad. I just feel bad. But, I don't know, y'all. I did want to end off the video right there, but I just get so, like, guilty when I start talking about money, because, like, I was raised to be financially aware, but not in a way where it's secure, but in a way where it's, like, anxious, And, like, I just get really, like, when it comes to money, like, it's just, like, but I know I'll be rich. I will be rich, actually. And I'll be able to take care of my family. One of my biggest visualizations is that I'm going to pay for a family vacation for all of my family. It sounds like somebody's outside, or maybe my brother. But I just like, I don't know, y'all. Maybe another question. Like, no, I'm just talking now. Like, y'all, my neck is itching. Wait. Oh, I was like, where'd my second necklace go? But yeah, y'all, I think I'm just gonna leave the video like that because I low-key want to watch some YouTube. But I also just want to say thank you to the new subscribers. I love and appreciate y'all so much. I love you so much. And wait, I always do this. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch a video. I know that some of my videos are lengthy, but I just I really appreciate it, you guys. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate you. And just know that you are loved and that you are beautiful or handsome or whatever you like to be called. But I also always like to say, even if you are loved by the people around you, if you don't love yourself, you won't be able to feel the love from others. And I feel like my bigger theme is taking care of yourself and making sure that you could grow as a person. So if you watch my videos, then you'll understand that in the way that I talk. But just notice. Just notice, I always start off with just noticing. Because the second that you notice how your life is, you'll notice that you want to change too. But you always have to notice first. But I love you, and I am going to watch some YouTube now because it is 2 a.m., but I don't feel tired at all, y'all. This is not good. Not good at all. But, I'll see you guys the next video.